Borders close in and resets, but the 1% move freely. Unlock their Golden Visa playbook for 2026 freedom. Welcome back to Wealth Architect, where we design your freedom, not just manage your money. I'm Ben, and today we're diving even deeper into global mobility, passports, and escapes for the prepared elite. If you've ever wondered how the ultra-wealthy stay one step ahead when the world shifts, this is your comprehensive blueprint. We'll expand on the top programs giving you that edge, share more real tales of those who've made the leap, explore full pros and cons, discuss tax angles in detail, highlight potential traps with examples, walk you through exactly how to make it happen with breakdowns, cover historical context, lifestyle perks, legal must-knows, future shifts, direct comparisons, and answer common questions. Let's build your escape route. Stick around because this one's loaded with actionable insights to secure your future across borders. Economic turmoil hits, policies flip overnight, and suddenly your options shrink. But for the 1%, that's just another Tuesday. They hold multiple passports, residency in safe havens, and the ability to pivot instantly. In 2026, with millionaire migration hitting record highs, over 165,000 high-net-worth folks relocating, global mobility isn't a luxury, it's your moat. It's about accessing markets, protecting assets, and ensuring your family thrives no matter what. Think UAE for tax-free living, Switzerland for ironclad privacy, or Portugal for that European gateway. These aren't vacations, they're strategic strongholds. Let's expound on why this matters now more than ever. Global wealth is on the move like never before. In 2025 alone, 142,000 millionaires relocated, and projections for 2026 climbed to 165,000. What's driving this? Rising taxes in traditional powerhouses, geopolitical tensions, and even climate concerns. For instance, silent migration is reshaping markets as 35% of high-net-worth individuals eye lower tax jurisdictions. If you're in the US, facing potential policy shifts, having a second base in a stable spot like New Zealand or Greece could be your shield. It's not paranoia, it's preparation. Wealthy Americans led Golden Visa surges in places like New Zealand, with applications up dramatically. And it's not just about escape, it's opportunity. Dual residency opens doors to better healthcare, education, and business networks. But remember, this mobility comes with strings, tax reporting, compliance across borders. We'll cover that later. Let's get practical. Citizenship by investment programs are your fast track. We'll cover the classics and newcomers for 2026, weighing benefits against drawbacks to help you choose wisely. Start with the Caribbean gems, St. Kitts and Nevis, the OG since the 80s. For $250,000 in a sustainable fund or real estate, you get a passport unlocking 157 countries visa-free, plus E2 treaty perks for U.S. business. Pros: quick processing, 3 to 6 months, family inclusion, no residency requirement. Cons: higher costs post-reforms, potential scrutiny on program integrity. Grenada is similar at $235,000 with that bonus US E2 access and a quick 4 to 6 month process. Benefits: strong passport, tax advantages if you relocate, drawbacks: limited global recognition compared to EU options, and real estate holds can tie up capital for 5 to 7 years. Antigua and Barbuda, $230,000 gets you in, family included, with Schengen perks down the line. Strengths: affordable, 5-day presence in the first 5 years. Weaknesses: weaker passport, 101 visa-free countries than peers. St. Dominica starts at $200,000, cost-effective with roughly 140 visa-free spots, but watch for program changes amid scrutiny. St. Lucia, $200,000 minimum, fast track, but real estate options require 5-year hold. Moving to Europe, Portugal's Golden Residence Permit starts at 500,000 euros in funds or research, 5 years to citizenship, Schengen freedom from day one. Advantages: EU access, minimal stay, 7 days per year, path to strong passport. Pitfalls, backlogs, up to 2 to 4 years processing, and no real estate option anymore due to housing concerns. Greece, $250,000 in property and you're set with EU mobility, path to passport after 7 years. Pros, affordable entry, rental income potential. Cons, higher thresholds in popular areas, $800,000 in Athens, market volatility. And don't sleep on Malta, $750,000 plus for that premium EU passport in 12 to 36 months. Strengths, full EU citizenship, high mobility, 180 plus countries. Drawbacks, strict due diligence, high fees, and residency requirements. Spain's program, though ending in 2026, offers $500,000 real estate paths. Watch for alternatives if it phases out. Asia and Oceania, Turkey at $400,000 real estate or funds, quick 6 to 8 months, but economic instability risks. Pros, strategic location, ROI potential. Cons, currency fluctuations, political risks. Vanuatu, $130,000 donation, fastest 1 to 2 months, but weak passport, 130 countries. New Zealand active investor visa, $3 million plus, lifestyle appeal, but high bar. Emerging in 2026, Argentina's new program, details pending but low costs expected, strong passport. Botswana, African entry, investment TBD. Sao Tome and Principe, $90,000 cheapest, but limited access, 60 countries. Nauru, from $115,000 donation, fast processing. These aren't handouts, they're investments paying dividends in access and security. Let's break down more options. Jordan, $750,000 plus in business or bonds, offering Middle East access. Cambodia, $300,000 in real estate or business with ASEAN benefits. Egypt, $300,000 donation or real estate, emerging for African hub. Cape Verde, $150,000 in funds, Atlantic Island appeal. Sierra Leone, details evolving, but affordable entry. For a visual comparison, imagine a map pinpointing these programs: Caribbean for speed, Europe for prestige, Asia for growth. Now, let's make this real with more tales from the front lines to show how others have navigated these paths. Take the Andelman family from California, venture capitalists who snagged New Zealand's active investor visa for $3 million. They fell for the landscapes during a backpacking trip decades ago, but now it's their backup, escaping U.S. politics while giving back through investments. Or consider Eric Schmidt, ex-Google CEO who grabbed Cyprus citizenship amid COVID lockdowns, pure freedom to roam Europe when borders slammed. Then there's the wave of wealthy Americans flocking to Costa Rica, applications up 660% for that $150,000 entry to paradise, dodging uncertainty back home. And Russians? Many turned to UAE's Golden Visa at $290,000, building new lives in Dubai's tax haven while sanctions rage. Priya, a tech entrepreneur from India, used Portugal's program to expand her business. $500,000 fund investment led to EU residency and family education perks. More, a U.S. family became the 100th to gain New Zealand residency, investing in ventures and praising the amazing country. In Greece, investors like those from China bought $250,000 properties, gaining Schengen access amid rising demand. Gareth, an entrepreneur from England, chose St. Kitts and Nevis to reduce tax burden, $250,000 for a secluded retreat from UK costs. Roshan and Samadhi from Sri Lanka got Antigua and Barbuda passports to visit family in the UK without visa hassles. Jerry Massey, a Virginia professional, secured Caribbean citizenship and plans to relocate to Asia for further options. These aren't just stories, they're proof that when resets hit, the prepared thrive. Imagine you sipping coffee in Lisbon while your portfolio weathers storms untouched.
Adding more, Kamalic from the U.S. pursued Croatian citizenship through ancestry for arts funding stability. Rutledge, Texas-born, got Mexican dual citizenship for retirement planning. A dual U.S.-UK citizen navigated tax forms carefully to avoid issues. These examples show diverse motivations, from business expansion to family reunions, proving the versatility of these programs. Ready to act? Here's your step-by-step playbook, expanded with real-world tips and breakdowns for popular programs. First, pick your program. Align it with goals. Europe for lifestyle, Caribbean for speed. Research costs: $90,000 for São Tomé, up to $1 million plus for premium like Austria. Compare: Caribbean 3 to 6 months versus Europe 6 to 12 plus. Step 2. Gather docs: passport, financial proofs, clean criminal record. Open local bank. Get tax ID like Portugal's NIF. Use authorized agent, mandatory for most, costs $10K to $50K. For Caribbean like St. Kitts, include Form 12, birth certificates, police records, medical tests, bank statements, affidavit of support. Step 3. Invest: real estate, funds, donations. Submit: due diligence 1 to 3 months. Pay fees: $2K to $15K per person. Step 4. Approval: get residency card. Maintain investment, 5 years usually, then citizenship if eligible. Pro tips: avoid delays by full disclosure. Timelines vary: Caribbean 3 months, Europe 1 year. Common pitfalls: incomplete docs, non-qualifying investments, poor source of funds proof. For visuals, see typical document lists for applications. Expanding for specifics, in Dominica, process includes 2 to 6 weeks doc collection, submission with 8 passport photos, employment letter, then investment post-approval. Antigua, similar, with sales agreement for real estate. Malta, more docs like health insurance, good conduct certificate. Always use licensed agents to submit. Second citizenship isn't tax-free paradise. U.S. citizens face worldwide taxation, report everything. But tools like foreign tax credit, exclusions up to $130,000, treaties with 60 countries prevent double taxation. Dual citizens file in both countries but rarely pay twice. Example: UAE residency slashes taxes, but U.S. still claims global income. Plan with pros, avoid evasion risks. More details. For dual status individuals, file based on resident and non-resident periods. Married to U.S. citizen, elect joint return. FEIE up to $130,000, FTC for foreign taxes paid. Tax treaties assign taxing rights. Visuals like tax forms help. W-9 versus W-8 BEN for duals. Not all smooth. Programs misused for laundering. FATF warns of vulnerabilities via intermediaries. Rejections from insufficient research, non-qualifying investments, poor source of funds proof. Financial risks: real estate volatility, currency drops in Turkey. Political changes: Spain ending program, Portugal axing real estate. Mitigate by using reputable agents, full transparency, diversify. Corruption risks in opaque governance, bribery for expedited processes, fraud schemes, recycling funds, tax evasion via CBI to circumvent CRS, EU concerns over security and money laundering. High-risk investments can lose value. Be risk-tolerant. Avoid by thorough vetting multi-jurisdiction plans. Factor mobility, visa free count, costs, timelines, family inclusion. Top picks 2026, Grenada for E2, Portugal for EU. Emerging, Argentina for value. Align with your blueprint, freedom engineered. Compare in detail. Caribbean versus Europe, speed 3 to 6 months versus prestige, EU access. Costs, $200K Caribbean donation versus $500K Europe funds. Visa-free, 140 to 180 countries. Family, most include spouses, kids under 30. Use maps for decision-making. Understanding origins helps appreciate current landscape. St. Kitts launched first in 1984, post-independence economic boost.
Caribbean followed, Antigua 2013, Grenada 2013, Europe, Malta 2014, Cyprus ended. Over 30 programs now, designed by firms like Henley & Partners. Evolution from real estate focus to diversified investments amid scrutiny. Post-COVID surge, with 2026 seeing new launches like Argentina, Botswana. This history shows programs adapt to global needs, from disaster recovery to talent attraction. Beyond papers, think daily life. European citizenship means top education and healthcare in Schengen zone. Caribbean, tropical living, no taxes on foreign income. Family, include dependents up to 30, scholarships in the Commonwealth. UAE, modern infrastructure and business hubs. New Zealand, safety, nature. Weigh against requirements like minimal stays. Legal frameworks vary. Ensure clean checks, no criminal history. U.S. duals, no loss of citizenship, but report all. Potential bills like Exclusive Citizenship Act could impact, but unlikely. Compliance, FBAR, FATCA for U.S. persons. Work with lawyers for treaties. 2026 trends, digital nomad visas rising, AI and processing. EU oversight tightens, new programs in Oman, Kuwait. Remote work visas, talent shortages drive flexibility. Geopolitics reshape, watch AI and enforcement. Q, do I need to live there? Most no, like Caribbean. Portugal, 7 days per year. Family included? Yes, spouses, kids, sometimes parents. Tax impact? US worldwide, but credits offset. Fastest? Vanuatu, 1 to 2 months. Cheapest? Sao Tome, 90K. More inspiration. George Clooney's French citizenship for family. Tom Hanks' Greek for property ties. A dual U.S. citizen used ancestry for Luxembourg. These highlight paths beyond investment. We've deconstructed the elite's mobility blueprint. Now it's yours to build. If this sparks your vision for a borderless life, hit subscribe, like, and comment below. What's your dream escape? Share if you're dreaming global. Until next time, design boldly. This is Wealth Architect, your freedom engineered.